In about 3 months, this plant behind me here will be capable of producing 400 tons of high-quality lime each day. And Bill Gross, the manager of Wyoming Lime Producers, says that this plant will run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're about 2 miles north of Franny, Wyoming, which is in the north-central part of the state, and we're about a stone's throw away from the Montana border. Last May, just 5 short months ago, groundbreaking ceremonies were held to signal the start of construction for this plant, and it's scheduled to be in operation in January 1993. Wyoming Lime Producers is a division of Dakota Coal Company, and Dakota Coal Company is a subsidiary of Basin Electric Power Cooperative. Pete Lean and Sons of Rapid City, South Dakota will operate and maintain the plant. The process of producing lime involves heating limestone in a preheater, which feeds partially calcined stone to a large rotary kiln. Limestone feeds into the kiln at one end, and a coal-fired flame provides heat at the other end. Limestone heats up as it travels from one end of the kiln to the other, and when it reaches the firing end, it has become lime. Limestone will be trucked from a quarry at Warren, Montana, and that's about 11 miles away. The limestone is dumped into a hopper and conveyed to a 300-ton stone bin, which feeds the preheater. And it takes about 2 tons of limestone to make 1 ton of lime. 2 1,000-ton capacity bins store lime from the kiln. It can then be loaded onto rail cars or trucks for shipment. The rotating kiln is the heart of this plant. It rotates at 1 revolution a minute, and it's set at a 2-degree angle. Limestone gravity feeds from the high end to the low end, and the kiln was erected last month. It's 170 feet long and 11.5 feet in diameter. The entire kiln is lined with 9 inches of refractory brick to contain the heat in order to improve efficiency. At the beginning of October, construction of the plant was about 70% complete, and nearly all of the structural steel has been erected, as have most of the major plant components. These components include the baghouse, which is used for dust control. It operates like a vacuum cleaner to capture more than 99% of the dust. The conveyor, it's capable of moving 300 tons of limestone an hour to the limestone stone bin that sits on top of the preheater. The railroad spur, this is one of the first items completed in order to handle rail shipment of materials and supplies. The induced draft fan and stack. The fan draws hot gases from the firing zone through the kiln preheater, and there's about a 2,000-degree difference between them. The gases then pass through the baghouse where particulate matter is removed and the gases vent to the atmosphere. The rail and truck loadout facility. The storage silos and crusher building. The substation. Bighorn REC in Basin, Wyoming will supply the plant with electricity. Annual requirements will be about 5 million kilowatt hours. The lime cooler. This reduces lime temperature from about 2,400 degrees to 150 degrees. And the coal mill and blower and the maintenance shop and administrative offices. Current construction activities are focused on electrical and instrumentation installations, the lime loadout system, refractory installation, and completion of the firing building. Lime produced here will be used in scrubbers to remove sulfur dioxide emissions from power plant exhaust gases and for water treatment. Lime will be railed to the Antelope Valley Station near Beulah, North Dakota, and the Laramie River Station near Wheatland, Wyoming. Production from this plant replaces another supplier. The processing plant is scheduled to be in operation in January 1993, at which time it will provide reliable supplies of quality lime at a stable price for Basin Electric generating plants and possibly for other area utilities.